I was told there's no back up. Darkness all in my veins, but I won't be a victim. Y'all been tripping, living life in respect. I might slip out and make up, but I won't be a victim.
I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up.
Is you thinking I'm jumping and leaking and leak immediately? Show up this evening and wait till you sleeping. Kicked it to open, I'm scanning for motion. I'm just trying to make all my pockets obese. Don't want, I just want the Lucci. So me and all of my poochies can eat. For his loose change, take his boo thing out the PF chains and take him K, get a steak or something. Something looking at me like I'm opaque or something. Don't I look like Drake or something? Something better tell mankind Undertaker coming.
Back up,
I was told there's no back up. Darkness all in my veins, but I won't be a victim. Y'all been tripping, living life in respect. I might slip out and make up, but I won't be a victim.
I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Come from off the top, the flow is hot, I got you shot. Come from off the top, you know I be smarter than Spock. Come from off the top, the flow is hot, I got you shot. Come from off the top, come from off the top.
Can't keep up, you too slow.
Top.
You just watch, I control.
Top.
I take half, you not whole.
Top.
Got your mind, got your
Here's a scenario, I'm in your area, this is your definitely. Turn up your stereo, get this jumping like Mario, now you ain't with me. You terrible, I might embarrass you right here in front of your whole family. Hot in Nigeria, this is the year of the beer, leave it here in a chair so they know we was here. Staring in fear like a deer when the car coming near in the middle of the road, bit of beer. You don't wanna rock with the man, hands off of the grands, counting up bands while I talk to the fans. Knew I could jam, but the top wasn't playing. Now everybody wanna be friends. How you? Said I'm just fine, in the right place, at the wrong time. Said I go crazy, out of my mind. And I think back when daddy wrote down that it might scrape and it might grind, but you work hard and it might shine. Let me slow down, switch the time and quit hiding.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
This week on NBA 2K TV, it's a star-packed episode with Dwayne Wade, Offset,
The whole thing is I'm the best.
Jesus and Mero.
So then you guys had a script, though. We had a script.
And we threw it over our shoulder and said, hey.
Plus,
the Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Jared Allen is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And for the Zubox is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs, you still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Morris with the bucket.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Now here's Allen. Pass to Dinwiddie. And a strong finish with two hands.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a back seat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
2 shots.
Throw good, Paul George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And George drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
It's LeVert on the wing. Had the space there, but it's offline. LeVert against George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head, force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores. He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Harris passes to Chandler. Over George. Chandler, no good. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. George with the ball. Now Chandler defending. George with the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Passes it to Allen. Here's Dinwiddie. That one a little long. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Warriors.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
Here's Dinwiddie. Paul George making his last shot. Dinwiddie finds LeVert. Wide open look. The Clippers grab the miss, and this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack. A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Pass to LeVert. He feeds it to Allen. 5 to shoot. And it's LeVert missing.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
George with the bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Numbers for George. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see for him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And he lays it straight in. George has got 14 points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Again, the Clippers.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here is Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Allen's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's George. Allen with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. 18 points for Paul George.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. We take a look at the Nets. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed.
And right now for Brooklyn, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Chandler outside. Allen inside the three-point line. Offensive rebound. Good.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Now Harris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Chandler, no good.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
They get the rebound. George. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Nets making a change here as well. Prince is checked in for Wilson Chandler.
One shot.
He throw good, Paul George.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Now here is Harris. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's Leonard missing. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set, and you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Nets trail by 16. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. In reviewing this matchup, he said, "I'm not sure Kawhi Leonard gets the credit he deserves as an offensive player. He can hurt you so many ways." Well, Kevin, we saw that last year in the finals. It will take a team-wide effort to limit his impact.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And George with the stuff.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The pass to Dinwiddie. LeVert with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. LeVert's got 9.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Over Harris. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Dinwiddie dishes to Harris. Pass to LeVert. Here's Dinwiddie, defended by George. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. And Harris wide open. He shoots a three-pointer, no good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Dinwiddie wide open. Here's Prince. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense, force them to close off the lane.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Back at Baylor, Taurean Prince didn't start until his senior season, Smitty. What a surprise lottery pick that summer of 2016.
His frame, Kevin, and athleticism, he's NBA ready. And the work ethic to continue his development.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Clippers leading by 15. Here's Shamet. No good that time. Prince with the defensive effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Reggie Jackson. Smitty, here's an interesting question. Over the next 5 years, which player wins the most MVPs?
You know, I think it's Giannis. He's looking like the favorite right now because the way he's playing, he has a possibility to win the MVP now. And then I think also because of his age, he's the one guy. And also Anthony Davis could catch Giannis. He has that type of talent.
And that one falls for Prince.
To succeed in this league, you can never be satisfied. It's a certain mentality, and Prince has that.
And both free throws good for Prince. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Green. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lynette shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
It's Jackson with the drive, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Nets trail by 15. It's Jordan on the wing. A beautiful reverse layup. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
Few players, if any, hit for a higher percentage inside. Jordan playing to his strengths.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Claxton following the score by Reggie Jackson. 6 to shoot. Prince. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Shot on the wing. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Dinwiddie outside. Passes it to Claxton. Great D that time from Harrell.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Shoots the 3. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against one mate.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Shamet. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Shamet's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Here's Jackson. Another one falls for the Clippers.
I'll tell you, that is such a quick pull-up, one of Jackson's more effective moves.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Williams. finished off the break.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. Prince in the corner. For the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Prince has got 10 points.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
And so it's Los Angeles, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word.
Here we go now.
Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
So for Brooklyn now, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Taurean Prince. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot.
I like this from Montrezl Harrell. Usually doing his damage in the interior. He is stepping out to the mid-range.
To the left side wing. Pass to Jordan. Prince outside. And the rejection by Harrell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Prince in the corner. But they'll get another chance. Here's Jordan. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. 8 points for him.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time 6th man of the year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you.
Yeah, easy call.
For Brooklyn, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Free throw drops for Temple. Steve, I know you like this, that the three-point shot is having such an effect on the league, actually transforming the NBA. Are you surprised at how fast all this is happening?
I am. I'm surprised that so many teams are adopting this transformation of shooting a 3-ball, because there are some teams and there's some players, I know they shoot it, Kevin, but they shoot at such a low percentage. If you have the guys that can shoot it, you should adopt it. If not, you got to find another way of winning ball games. There's nothing wrong with having a great mid-range team that can knock down mid-range jumpers.
Here's Dinwiddie following the score by Reggie Jackson. Dinwiddie finds Prince, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Prince has got 12 points in the game. Here's Jackson. That one doesn't go, and Brooklyn will come the other way. That After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Here's Claxton, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. For the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets. Harris comes in for Garrett Temple. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Beyond the arc, Dinwiddie shot is off.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Shot's good by Williams.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Now here's Prince. 12 points for him. Feeds to Dinwiddie. Floats one, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 8th rebound here tonight. He gets it in there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Prince outside. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Leonard with the bucket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Outside Prince. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Count that one.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the veteran Wilson Chandler played at a lot of stops in his career, and he'll always find minutes.
You're so right. With Chandler, you can slide him into the 3 or the 4 in most lineups. Injuries have added up, and he'll usually miss games during the year. But when he's available, he's a big help.
And the Clippers call time here.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
She gon' get it, I need in my position. Vacation I'm living, got so many Benjamins, they think I'm getting it print. I came with them deal. Still living in crib. You can't even come for the kid. Give it to once a month. Shoot the set with 100. Spit her like 30. I got enough bread to feed you, little bird. What up, diamond? Speaking our facts.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Paul George in for Lou Williams. The Nets also changing it up. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Taurean Prince. And that one falls for Chandler. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
And the pass to LeVert. Back to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around. Chandler, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
To the wing on the left. Leonard brings the double team. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Now Allen. Now LeVert. Defended by George. And that's good. Karis LeVert for three. LeVert's got 12 in the game.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. On the wing, Harris. Here's the teardrop. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Harris has got his second basket of the night.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Nice shot by Patrick. Smooth mid-range jumper with a compact release.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Passes to LeVert. Allen outside. George against Harris. Back to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Chandler kicks to Harris. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's George. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. George has got 4 this quarter.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Inside, Harris. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Back to Beverly. Leonard attacking.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Kawhi Leonard. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go now.
Leonard hits them both. Here now is Dinwiddie. To the inside, stolen by Zubac. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Fires the 3. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his 2nd from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Now here's Dinwiddie. The pass to LeVert. lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game. It's stolen by Allen. LeVert against Leonard. Now here's LeVert. He's guarded closely.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
A nice shot by George.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
That's good from Harris on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Here's Beverly. Allen with the rebound.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
The shot by Chandler wide open. And nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5. And Leonard gets it to go.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Here's LeVert. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Zubac buried from 15 feet out.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
LeVert against Leonard. Here's Allen. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists in the game. The Clippers shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. The shot's good. Beverly's got 8 points.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
Here's Dinwiddie. It's good.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Puts it up from 17. George against LeVert. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson against Dinwiddie. LeVert from outside. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Allen, that's good.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Jackson. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far. The Nets shooting about 42% so far. Dinwiddie attacking. Makes it off the glass. 6 points for him.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. That one off the back iron and out. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it quite well. 52% from the field in the second quarter.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it. Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. That doesn't go either for Dinwiddie.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 8. Pass to Harris. Allen, right side. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. Here's Leonard. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Pass to Harris. Lays it up off the glass. Harris has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
In the corner, it's Harris from outside the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball. Harris has got 14 points.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Jackson, that's good.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 29 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, we're seeing what it looks like when Paul George takes over. Knockdown shooter, that sets up his drive. And on the defensive end, he has the length to defend 1 through 5.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. I mean, without major improvements defensively, this game is over.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
And it's Beverley missing. Dinwiddie outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And the shot is good. And that's 20 points for Leonard.
Kevin, I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Allen. Harris has got 16 points.
Very smooth finish with the finger roll.
Here's Beverley. Good on the baseline, Jay. Dinwiddie with it. He's got 11. Allen outside. Pass to Chandler. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Lou Williams has checked in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Harris. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
They grab their own miss, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And the thing about Morris as a rebounder, it doesn't have the big vertical or the long arms, but he does have the instincts.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
Deep two from Beverly. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Harris with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Dinwiddie passes to Harris. It's Allen, top of the key. They'll double him with Harrell. Down low. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 13 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Beverly. Over to the wing. Dinwiddie with the steal. There's the pass to LeVert. Left side, Chandler. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverly for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Beverly's got 5 points now this quarter. Dinwiddie against Beverly. Harris outside. Leonard brings the double team. Dinwiddie against Morris. Leonard with the steal. Goes up. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Now LeVert. He's got 20. Leonard brings the double team. Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets, another 3.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Fires from the wing. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Now, here's LeVert. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Basket counts. Dinwiddie's got 18 points in the game.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Morris. And he overshot that one, missing. Brooklyn's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
The 19-foot shot, Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
We see this all the time from Montrezl Harrell. He's one of those guys who will never stop working on his game.
Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Here's Leonard, poked away, and stolen by Harris. Lets it go from deep, and Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist from Harris. 21 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Well, you talk about someone
who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverley. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
So for the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Morris. Paul George comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And Smitty, with Beverley and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
That's his second personal foul.
For Brooklyn, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Prince wide open. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Prince has got 15.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
George, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Temple can't get it to go. The Clippers shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And George gets it to go. George has got 4 this quarter.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Shamet. Temple the pass to Jordan. Prince fires. Rebound by the Clippers. Harrell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Shamet, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Here's George. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. George has got 35. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. To the inside, Temple misses in close. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Williams. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 12.
Well, he can hit the 3. He can drive it. Now you see what Williams can do from the mid-range.
Out to the wing. Here's Dinwiddie. Drills the three-pointer. Dinwiddie's got 16 here in the second half.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Temple. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Dinwiddie. Great D that time from Green.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Temple to the left wing. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
And George gets it to go.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
That one falls.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. George has got 41.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Dinwiddie kicks to Prince. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch-and-shoot game is still his specialty.
A nice shot by George.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Prince misses. The Clippers shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Dinwiddie passes to Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. Jordan finds Dinwiddie. The 3. Temple can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Here's Temple after the Clippers pick up 2. Pass to Dinwiddie from deep. Connects from three-point range. Dinwiddie's got 31 points.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
And George gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Jordan up top. And they double up Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in, and the Nets making a change here as well. Vincent's checked in. Los Angeles calls timeout.
I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my view, and I'm trying to find something new. But baby, I'm not holding my breath. I need something to believe in. I need something that can keep me holding on and deceiving. I need something that will keep me on the ground. It's kinda strange being human. Is living really just a pastime?
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Shamet. Knocks it loose. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson against Prince. Lobs it up for Jordan. Claxton, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And here is Prince. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Jordan, and it's Musa in at the three.
And you're seeing it with Jackson tonight. When he gets in a real rhythm, man, he can light up the scoreboard.
Inside, lots of room. Count that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Count that bucket. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Pinson. Passes it to Musa. Here's Temple. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Here's Magruder. Again, Los Angeles.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Temple gets the bucket. Clippers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Pass to Claxton. Kicks to Temple. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Claxton. Back to Temple. Shot clock at 6. The tray. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Magruder. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Nets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Out to the right wing. Back to Temple. From the stripe. Again, the Nets for 2.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Magruder. Rebounded by Temple. The Nets have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go win. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. And yes, it's good.
Assistant, Garrett Temple.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Magruder. Nails it from the high post. Magruder's got 6 here in this quarter. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Pinson. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward-thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. Temple gets the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Man. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Patterson, he's checked in for Green. Caruth is checked in for the Nets. Good on both. Well, we see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the third and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in, and the Clippers call time here. We were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve.
So we can
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Mann, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Mann. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
He hits both from the stripe. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. There's something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And that one, good. The Nets have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Here's Jordan. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Yeah, love the job they're doing here of getting into the teeth of that defense.
Here's Musa. Pass to Pinson. Here's Luwawu. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They get it back. Here's Jackson. The shot missing. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Pinson. And that one, good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Jackson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
That's good from Jackson. And for the last half-decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Jackson hits both of them. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate it. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting a three ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
It's the Nets now. After the miss from Reggie Jackson to the middle. Allen passes to Karuch. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
That's on Patrick Patterson.
At the Nets, Rodions Caruso. 2 shots.
And the Clippers call time here.
Start it.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense?
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
It's Jackson with the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your system. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
And the first one at the line is good. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar, there's no off-season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off-season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court. See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Here's Musa, guarded by Jackson. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Ivica Zubac at the line for 2.
The free throw drops for Zubac. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Passes to Karuch. Three-pointer, drops in the tray. Karuch has got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
The playmaking of Reggie, a work in progress, but looking good right there.
To the paint, here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. No good from Zubac.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Pass to Llewellyn. Here's Karuch. The three-pointer off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty. They'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Pinson. Here's Musa. Again, the Nets for 2. Here's Magruder. And that one goes long.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot. This guy is a high flyer, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
It's good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
To the middle. Here's Allen. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Allen's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has to show real leadership out there and take this game into his own hands because he's shooting the ball well.
And it's good, 2 points. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Now the pass to Musa from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Magruder. Here's Jackson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half. Here's Pinson. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
It's good from long range.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
One shot.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Magruder. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Brooklyn's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. To the right side. Luwawu. Off target from three-point range. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
2 points. That one goes. 1:57 left in the fourth. Pass to Musa from the wing. Rebound by the Clippers.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
That one goes. Count it. George has got 49 points in the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Clippers shooting 57% in this fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Jacks up a three, knocks down the three ball. Caruch has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Here's Pinson. Here's Musa. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're leading by 28. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Attention, Staples Center. Please give a big round of applause for your Spirit Dance team.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. George has got 51.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Here's Pinson. Passes it to Llewellyn. Here's Musa. Clock at 6. Off target with his 3. Now, here's Zubats. So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.